Hello everyone, welcome back to Resource Geography. In the previous few sessions, we were talking about various energy resources, especially focusing on the non-renewable source of energy. We know that electricity is generated in two main ways: by running water, which drives the hydro turbines to generate hydroelectric power, and the others is by burning the fossil fuels like coal or oil to drive the turbines to produce thermal power. So today we will be discussing about the hydroelectric power. We have already discussed the coal and the oil as other non-renewable source of energy. So let's move into what is hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power is the energy harnessed from running water, either through streams, rivers, or any other artificial or natural flow of water. The first hydropower station was started in France in the year 1883. But soon, this power generation system becomes popular throughout the world, and now hydropower is a very popular system of power generation in whole world. If you are taking the statistics of 2019, the electricity generation from the hydroelectric power accounts for around 4,306 terawatt hour, which is the single greatest contribution from a renewable source of energy ever in the history of the world. However, it should be also noted that only 15.3% of the global potential of hydropower generation is used till now. That means we have great potentiality of development of this renewable source of energy in the future. Let's look into what are the advantages of hydroelectric energy over the thermal power. We know that hydroelectric energy is a permanent and flow resources. This is a renewable source of energy and hence they are inexhaustible in nature. You will be getting this energy throughout in a flow as a flow resource. It is also considered as a green and a clean energy, since it emits no pollution during the power generation. It is eco-friendly in nature. Hydroelectricity is a highly reliable source of energy. Very little fluctuations will occur in terms of electric power that is being done through the plants. Hence, machinery is always used, runs for longer period, and it is easy to maintain with the help of a hydroelectric power. Hydroelectricity is a flexible tool. We can adjust the flow of water and output of electricity. If the power consumption is generally low, we can regulate and adjust the flow of water, and thus the resource can be even used and conserved when the power consumption becomes very high. The longer lifespan is another added advantage of hydroelectric power that makes it stable in nature. Besides, hydroelectricity is considered to be much safer when compared to other fossil fuels and nuclear energy, as there is no fuel involved. Let's look into the factors for the development of hydroelectric power in any region. We require both the physical and the economic factors for the development of hydropower in the world. The first and the foremost factor is that of a regular and abundant supply of water through the presence of high perennial rivers or lakes. You require a rugged topography and a high degree of slope for the construction of dams. Besides, an existence of rapids and waterfalls, solid rock structures or geological stability for the construction of dams, and a suitable climate, generally the temperature above freezing point, the presence of silt-free water and lakes are essential for the development of hydroelectric power. Economic factors also play an important role. We require a demand of high power in nearby areas so that the generated electricity can be easily utilized there. A densely populated area is considered to be more suitable for hydroelectric power stations because of the high demand of power. There should be lack of other energy resources where the hydel power projects become more successful. Modern large-scale hydro projects are expensive and they involve dam construction, power plant construction, cost of transmission and year-round maintenance as well as incidental cost of compensation. Hence, huge capital investment is required. Besides the above said factors, the location of industrial and commercial centers, improved modern technology, and transportation and communication are prerequisite for the development of hydropower generations. Among the physical factors, the two prime factors, that is the quantity of water and the degree of slope, is highly important. The greater the quantity of water available and steeper the slope, the greater will be the amount of energy generated through hydropower stations. Now let's look into the global production and distribution of hydropower in the world. If you take the case of continent-wise, Africa holds the highest potential of hydropower generation in the world. However, the development of these hydropower stations and energy is very less in these nations owing to the low economic factors and the physical terrain. The continent itself has only developed 0.6% of the total potentiality of hydropower in the regions. Asia has a high potential of 23% of hydropower generation, followed by North America, Europe, South America and Oceania. However, in the case of North America and Europe, they have tried to develop the hydropower generation in more scientific way with more than 40% development in both the continents. Now let's look into which are the top producers or leading producers of hydropower generation in the world. China is the largest power producer of hydroelectricity in the world. The country has produced around 356.4 gigawatts in the year 2019. Almost 20% of the China's electricity consumption is being contributed by the hydropower. The Three Gorges hydroelectric power project that has been constructed by China along the river Yangtze is considered to be the world's largest hydropower project. Around 22,500 gigawatts of energy is being generated from this power project. Besides this, the other major power projects are located on River Yangtze, River Sikiang and Hangho. Brazil is the second largest hydropower producer in the world. The country produced around 109.06 gigawatts in the year 2019, and around 60% of the South American hydroelectricity production is contributed by this country. Around 61% of the country's electricity needs is met by the hydropower projects. However, it should be also mentioned that the largest hydroelectric power plant of the country is Itepo, which is located in the Parana River, which was the largest hydropower project before the commencement of Three Gorges in China. USA is the third largest hydropower producer in the world. The country produced 102.75 gigawatts in 2019. In USA, the hydropower stations have been developed systematically in several regions. The four major regions are the Appalachian region through the Tennessee Valley Project, the Northwest region having River Columbia and Snake, Southwest region with River Colorado, and the Niagara region running from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. Canada is the fourth largest hydropower producer in the world. The country produced 81.39 gigawatts of energy in the year 2019. The major power generating areas are the Great Lake region, the British Columbia, and the Niagara Falls. It should be also mentioned that Niagara Falls is one of the largest hydropower projects in the world, which has been jointly developed by USA and Canada. We know that the Niagara River flows from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, and hence the Niagara Falls and its hydroelectric power project becomes a part of the boundary between both USA and Canada. Besides the above said nations, it should be worth mentioned that India holds the fifth position in hydroelectric production, and the country often replaces the position with both Japan. As per the 2009 statistics, Japan is the sixth largest producer, followed by Russia producing 49.86 gigawatts of energy, Norway with 32.67 gigawatts, Turkey, Italy, and France in the first top 10 positions. Let's look into the present scenario of hydroelectric projection. As per 2019 report of International Hydroelectric Association, it has been found that the global hydropower installed capacity reached to 1,308 gigawatts in 2019 as 50 countries and territories completed greenfield and upgraded the earlier projects. A total of 15.6 gigawatts in installed capacity was added in 2019 against 21.81 recorded in 2018. This represents a rise of 1.2%. India has overtaken Japan as the fifth largest hydropower producer in the world, with its total installed capacity over 50 gigawatts in 2019. The countries with the highest power production in hydroelectricity has increased in Brazil with 4.92 gigawatts in 2019, China with 4.17 gigawatts, and Laos with 1.89 gigawatts. The regions that added hydro capacity were East Asia and the Pacific, followed by South America and South and Central Asia. Because of the high flexibility in hydropower services, now there is a high demand for hydropower energy during the COVID-19 crisis. Most of the plants tried to operate have been less affected due to the degree of automation in modern facilities. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. For your doubts and your queries, please post in the comment box or in the Edmodo. Thank you and have a nice day.